Good night, I'm Mark Seal. There was absolutely no movement for West Indies in the latest release of the test rankings from the International Cricket Council. West Indies remained rooted at 8th in the rankings, in which series results from 2013-2014 are no longer included, and outcomes from the 2015-2016 series are rated at 50%. The Jason Holder-led side have gained 5 points in the period under review and now have a total of 75. Trailing 7th place Sri Lanka by 16 points and ahead of 9th place Bangladesh by just 6. West Indies lost their last 3 test series, the first against India last year on home soil, followed by Pakistan last year in the United Arab Emirates, and then the recently concluded series on home soil with Pakistan. Now, out of the 10 matches, West Indies registered wins in 2, lost 6, and drew 2. India have retained the #1 test ranking, leading South Africa by 6 points, but only 9 points separate the 3rd-ranked Australia from the 7th-ranked Sri Lanka. There has been much talk about the poor state of the region's cricket pitches, and weighing in on the decision or on the discussion was West Indies bowling coach Roddy Estwick. A guest on QFM's Mid-Wicket Cricket Talk show this week, Estwick believes that improvement in this area of the game can only be achieved if the investment is made in training groundsmen, just as training is provided for all other stakeholders in the game.
We need to hold seminars. We need to get them all in together. If you're going to bring coaches together, you bring umpires together, why not groundsmen? They're very, very important to what you're trying to do. And if we're not prepared to educate these people and get them singing off the same hymn book as us, we're going to take 2 steps forward and 3 back, because it's a serious problem. The pitches in the Caribbean needs to improve and needs to improve quickly.
Now, despite losing the recent test series to Pakistan, coach Estwick is still very pleased with the overall team performance. He asserts that the Windies are a young and developing side, and there are clear signs that there is improvement.
I think it's a long-term project. You have to believe in the process. You could go on to win the test series and not really improve. I think that once we believe in the process and we start doing the right things, and we're making some changes as well in terms of how the team prepares. People are going down in the mornings now and having a knock before the match starts. You look at somebody like Ralston Chase on the last day of the test match. He was in the nets for about 30 to 35 minutes having a hit before he went out to bat. So there are things that we're changing culturally, and we're trying to get it right, and it's going to take time, but it's a good sign that the boys are prepared to work hard. The dressing room is unbelievable. The spirit is really, really good, and the boys are working hard, and I believe that once we keep working hard, we will achieve some success.
Switching sports now, Barbados are now 0-2 in the Under-21 Pan American Volleyball Cup being played at Fort McMurray in Canada. The Bajan lads showed some improvement from their opening defeat to favourites Brazil on Tuesday, but still went down in 3 straight sets, 25-14, 25-17, 25-16. Barbados led at the first technical timeout, though, of the 3rd set, but the home team tied that set at 10 apiece. And then they were buoyed by Eric Lupke. He's strong in serving, and he scored 6 in a row. Lupke ended up with 17 points as Canada's top scorer, while Ashan Jordan and Gerard Morrisili scored 6 each to lead Barbados. Now, Barbados are scheduled to take on Guatemala later tonight. The tournament is a qualifier for the Under-21 World Championships. Brazil and Chile will battle for the ticket available to South America, while Canada, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Barbados, and also Guatemala, will be vying for the NORCECA vacancy. Grantley Prescott, Wilkie Cumberbatch, and Vauxhall were among winners' row in the Marion Johnson Hurley and Carolyn Sinclair zone of the Pine Hill Dairy Primary School netball competition played at the Police Boys and Girls Club today. CBC's Damien Best reports on those games.
This is Grantley Prescott in the pink bibs taking on St Ambrose Primary. Grantley Prescott netting an early opportunity thanks to Kimberly Phillips. Phillips attempting to make it 2-0 but misses on this occasion. On to the second half, and Grantley Prescott pressing on with hopes of extending their lead. This time goal attack, Azria Ashton converts as Grantley Prescott defeats St Ambrose 2-0. The second match featured Wilkie Cumberbatch in the orange and black and George Lamin. This one had triple the amount of goals scored in the previous encounter. Goal attack, Kenia Blackman gets the ball rolling for Wilkie after the penalty, netting the first goal of the game. Wilkie made it 2 within a short space of time. Goal shooter Sunshine Howard gets it to drop. Goal attack, Blackman had the sharpshooter's touch as well, converting her second to take Wilkie 3-0 up at halftime. Just after the break, and Wilkie keeping the pressure on. Blackman misses, but not to worry. Sunshine to the rescue, converting her second of the contest. Well, it seemed to be a battle between Kenia and Sunshine. Here Kenia handles the business. Whether there was a competition between the two for most goals or not, it benefited Wilkie Cumberbatch regardless. Sunshine missing the chance, but Blackman grabs the rebound and finds the net. Wilkie would go on to hammer St. Ambrose 7-0, comfortably taking the win. The final game, Vauxhall in blue and orange taking on Hilltop. Goal shooter Michaela Lynch, wasting no time, puts Vauxhall in front. Lynch in a jiffy, making it 2-0. Now make that 3 after a great interception from goal attack Brianna Baird, who feeds Lynch. On the edge of the halftime break, Hilltop getting their first goal thanks to Jamila Greenidge. But it was clearly Vauxhall's day as they walked away with the 4-1 victory over Hilltop Preparatory. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Back to basketball, the Lodge School were no match for Harrison College A when the Co-Operators General Insurance School's junior basketball competition continued. Playing at Crumpton Street, HC defeated the Lodge by a whopping 40-point margin. Again, Damien Best reports.
Crumpton Street, the venue, the Lodge School in blue taking on Harrison College A. That's Chikosi Boardi from downtown. Sweet. The assist this time to Simeon Maynard. Game high 16 points for him. The Lodge School just stunned. Bounce pass. High IQ. That's another double. This is the first bucket of the game for the Lodge. A fast break. Julian Ford, 2 of his 6. Maynard again in the mix, unchallenged. Teardrop 2. Got it. Harrison College A by 28 at the half, 34-6. The Lodge School with lots to do in the second. In the second half then, going the other way, Harrison College with 4 players in double figures, Justin Bailey and Kenyon Connell, both with 10 points. Maynard here gets the rebound, goes coast to coast for another bucket. Lodge needing some answers. Fortunate here, Christian Jordan, right place, had 8 points. And this shot really summed it up, hoping for the best, but it goes in. This one had a little more technique involved. 3-ball, bang, that's how it's done. But this was all one-way traffic, bad pass, and Connell says, thank you so much. Harrison College A going on to crush the Lodge School, 65-25.
There's a new element being added to the annual The Action Beach Waterman Festival, and it is a mixture of 2 of the island's loves, cricket and the beach. Beach cricket, Take Me One style, will be played this Sunday at Sandy Beach. Organizer Brian the Action Man Talma says it's all about involving members of the community.
Our vision is we want to start it. We want to mobilize it. We want, for us to have a team, we're going to be giving money for 2 individuals. If we have one winner, we can make one person happy, or 2 or 3 people. So our vision is to, and that's the same vision behind the Beach Culture World Tour. I don't have $100,000, $200,000, but I know I can get some of the best windsurfers here at Kitesurfers, and I know how I can maneuver to get them, so I can pick 5. So the beach cricket is the same kind of concept. I can focus on 3 winners instead of 3 different teams, which is 15 people.
In its 17th year, the Waterman Festival, which forms part of the Beach Culture World Tour, will have its usual action-packed water sport events. And some of the world's best surfers will be riding the local waves.
We have the best windsurfer in the world coming here. His name is Galito. He's 7-time world champion, present world champion of windsurfing. We also have Ayrton, the world champion of kitesurfing, will be coming, and he is the present world champion of kitesurfing. And we will have number 3 in the world, Bern Rudiger, also coming. Also, we'll be working alongside the International Windsurfing Tour, which is an amateur event, also pro event, will be also coming along. So we'll be doing all sports: windsurf, kitesurf, paddle surf, and surfing.
And there has been a further boost of support for the festival with the involvement of the Tourism Development Corporation.
Our participation this year is our funding is going towards bringing in international media as well as bringing in international participants. And the exposure that this event will be getting, and certainly Brian and his team have got for Barbados, has been phenomenal. In excess of hundreds of pages of exposure for our island, and you know, we're committed to ensuring that we promote this our country and this event globally.
More than $10,000 in prize money will be up for grabs in the 2nd annual Barbados Ninja Throwdown competition, set for Saturday. This year's competition will see an estimated 60 participants with the new inclusion of a junior category. There will also be 2 new stages, the Pico Tenerife Climb and the River Baylog. Organizer Delano Hines says the increased interest in the competition resulted in those changes.
This year, we're introducing a new youth category for participants aged 10 to 17. This was not done last year, as we had everyone grouped together. As the competition grows, so does the interest and willingness of people to compete. So we felt that this was necessary this year, as more and more Barbadians are signing on to participate. This year, 40 adults and 20 youths will do battle on an upgraded course to see who will be crowned the Barbados Ninja Throwdown champion.
He also revealed some of the prizes that will be awarded to the winning individuals on that big day.
Competitors in the adult category will be competing for a first prize of $4,000 cash, compliments Sagicor Life Inc., plus a trip for 2 to St. Lucia, compliments Going Places Travel, and a 3-night stay at an all-inclusive hotel called Bellevue in St. Lucia, compliments Sun Group Hotels. Second prize, 8 gym sessions and an Apple iPad, compliments Obstacle Pro. Third prize, a weekend for 2 at Oceans 2 Hotel, compliments Oceans 2 Resorts and Residences, and a $250 Chickmount voucher, compliments Chickmount Foods. Participants in the youth category will be competing for a first prize of $2,000 cash.
Interim CEO of the National Sports Council, Jerry Blenman, believes that the competition has great potential to reach both the regional and the international level.
I wish to encourage that this event, which is now locally based, has the potential for significant impacts across the region, and there's absolutely no reason why we should not have a regional ninja event sometime within the next 2 to 3 years. I believe that the potential is there, and this has to be embraced. And by extension, there's absolutely no reason why we should not be embracing this as an international event. And the level of sponsorship which has been identified this evening tells me that the potential is there.
Well, tomorrow marks the start of the weekend, so here's what's happening in sports. Action in the Baiko Primary School's football competition continues at 5 venues at 9:30 and at 10:30. And at the same time, the Pine Hill Dairy Primary School's netball competition is scheduled in the Marva Sealy Inez Taylor zone at the King George V Memorial Park. The BCQS Jamin International Masters Squash Tournament has reached the quarterfinal and the plate stages. The matchups will be played on 3 courts tomorrow at Marine Gardens, starting at 10 a.m. Then later in the evening, the Barbados Netball Association Division 1 League season continues at the Netball Stadium. Sporters Hill Firebirds will oppose Newberry All-Stars at 7 p.m. That will be on court number 2. That's Sports Night for Thursday night. See you tomorrow. I'm Mark Steele, and have a good night.